Electric power is everywhere present in unlimited quantities and can drive the world's machinery without the need of coal, oil, gas, or any other fuel. This new power for the driving of the world's machinery will be derived from the energy which operates the universe.
On January 7, 1943, one of the greatest minds in human history died alone inside a dark hotel room in New York City. But the real mystery didn't begin until after his death. Within hours, government agents entered the room. They searched through his belongings, opened locked trunks, confiscated documents, and removed papers many people believe contained inventions far ahead of their time. Because Nikola Tesla was not just another inventor. He was a man who claimed he could change the future of humanity itself. And even today, more than 80 years later, people still ask the same terrifying question: what exactly was inside Tesla's missing files? To understand the mystery, we have to go back to the beginning. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 during a violent lightning storm in a small village called Smiljan, in what is now Croatia. According to family stories, the midwife looked at the storm and called the newborn child a curse of darkness. But Tesla's mother disagreed. She said her son would become a child of light. And somehow, that prediction became terrifyingly accurate. From an early age, Tesla displayed abilities that seemed almost unnatural. He could memorize entire books, solve complex equations in his head. And most incredibly, he claimed he could build machines entirely inside his imagination. Not rough ideas. Complete inventions. Every gear. Every bolt. Every movement. Tesla once said he could mentally test his machines for weeks before ever building them physically. To some people, he sounded like a genius. To others, he sounded insane. But there was another side to Tesla few people talk about. He suffered strange flashes of light. Intense visions. Obsessions. Compulsions. He hated touching certain objects. He became fixated on patterns and numbers. And over time, the line between genius and isolation began to disappear. But despite all of this, Tesla believed he had a mission. He believed the future was waiting for him. And eventually, that future led him to America. When Tesla arrived in New York City in 1884, he possessed almost nothing. A few personal belongings, a recommendation letter, and dreams large enough to electrify the world. That recommendation letter was addressed to one man, Thomas Edison. At the time, Edison was already one of the most famous inventors on Earth. And in the beginning, the two men worked together. But the partnership didn't last long. Because Tesla believed Edison's electrical system was deeply flawed. Edison promoted direct current, also known as DC power. Tesla believed alternating current, AC power, was far more powerful and efficient. That disagreement soon exploded into one of the greatest technological battles in history. The War of Currents. Edison became determined to destroy Tesla's reputation. Public demonstrations were organized to make AC electricity appear deadly. Animals were electrocuted in front of crowds. Fear spread across newspapers. Tesla's ideas were portrayed as dangerous. But Tesla refused to back down. And eventually, he won. Today, the modern electrical systems powering cities across the world are built largely on Tesla's AC technology. The lights inside homes, factories, office buildings, entire nations, all connected to ideas Tesla fought to protect. But despite changing civilization itself, Tesla never became truly wealthy. Others made fortunes from his inventions. Tesla kept chasing bigger dreams. And that's when things became even stranger. Because Tesla wasn't thinking about improving the world anymore. He was thinking about transforming it completely. Long before smartphones existed, Tesla imagined wireless global communication. Long before remote controls became normal, Tesla demonstrated wireless-controlled machines. Long before modern renewable energy discussions, Tesla imagined transmitting electricity through the atmosphere itself. To many people, his ideas sounded impossible. But Tesla believed humanity was thinking too small. Then came his most ambitious project: Wardenclyffe Tower. A giant experimental structure Tesla believed could send information, and possibly electrical power, wirelessly across the entire planet. If successful, the invention could have changed human civilization forever. But the project terrified investors. The costs exploded. Funding collapsed. And slowly, Tesla's empire began to fall apart. The scientific genius once praised as the future of humanity was now mocked by newspapers and abandoned by powerful businessmen. As the years passed, Tesla became increasingly isolated. He spent more time alone. He developed unusual habits. He fed pigeons in New York parks every day and formed emotional attachments to them. Meanwhile, the world moved forward without him. But Tesla still believed he was close to his greatest discoveries. And then, his claims became even more disturbing. In the 1930s, Tesla announced he was developing an advanced particle beam weapon. The newspapers called it a death ray. Tesla claimed the weapon could destroy enemy aircraft from hundreds of miles away. He believed it could end war permanently by making invasions impossible. Some people dismissed the idea immediately. Others were not so sure. Because the world was becoming increasingly dangerous. Nations were preparing for global conflict. World War II was approaching. And if Tesla truly possessed revolutionary weapons technology, governments would have wanted those secrets badly. Then came January 1943. Tesla was 86 years old. He was living alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker hotel. Nearly forgotten by the world he once amazed. A hotel maid eventually discovered his body. Nikola Tesla was dead. But according to reports, the real story began afterward. Soon after Tesla's death, government officials moved quickly. His possessions were examined. Many of his papers were confiscated. And some documents reportedly disappeared entirely. The U.S. government later stated the materials contained nothing dangerous. But the secrecy surrounding the investigation fueled endless speculation. Did Tesla truly discover technologies too powerful for the world? Did governments hide inventions capable of changing history? Or had the world simply abandoned a lonely old genius whose final dreams never worked at all? Even today, nobody fully agrees. But perhaps the strangest part of Tesla's story is this: many of the ideas people once mocked eventually became reality. Wireless communication. Remote-controlled systems. Global electrical networks. Technology connecting the planet instantly. Tesla imagined these things decades before the rest of humanity caught up. And that leaves one final haunting question. If Tesla was right about so much, what else did he know? Because somewhere between genius and madness, between invention and obsession, Nikola Tesla may have seen a future the rest of the world was never prepared to understand. And maybe some of his secrets disappeared for a reason.